Hello everyone, and welcome to the next edition of the Holland Land Office Museum's Artifact video series. My name is Ryan Duffy, and this week Tyler and myself are going to talk about this item that I have in front of me today. And this is a wax seal marker set that was owned by Edwin Newton Rowell, who owned and founded the Rowell Box Factory here in Batavia that operated for about 100 years. And Mr. Rowell was also famous for a private incident that happened in his home that you might have heard of in a previous video.
Talking about his private incident.
And you might have also heard of Mr. Rowell due to a private incident that happened into his home, the Rowell murder that we've talked about in a previous video. But he was a very successful businessman here in Batavia, and this is one of those artifacts related to the box factory business. So Tyler's going to share a little bit more information about this wax seal set, and we'll learn a little bit more about Edwin Newton Rowell.
Hi folks, and welcome back. As Ryan mentioned, we have a wax seal kit from Edwin Rowell. This wax kit was found in their house in the 1970s by James Taylor, who donated it in 1972 to the Holland Land Purchase Society. So, two indications that this is a Rowell item. Not only was it found in their house, but both stamps are encrusted with Edwin's initials. So the smaller one is with the E for his first name, and then the bigger one is for the R, which he most likely used to seal his envelopes. And then inside there is a bunch of different waxes from Ada, Meldrum, and Anderson Co. in New York City. So there's a bunch of different waxes, which we'll give you a close-up picture of. But there's blue, there's red, there's a pink color, there's black, and there's green, and then there's candles over here that Edwin would have used to heat up the wax in a spoon and then pour over to create his crest. And the very interesting thing about this box is that it's all made out of very stiff cardboard. It's very sturdy, and it's in actually great condition for being from the very early 1900s. But it's very interesting that there's a white emblem of a buffalo on the front. So he was repping buffalo in Batavia. But this is his wax seal kit, and we'll definitely give you some up-close photos of it because it is really cool that we have this. It's definitely something different to have in a museum, especially with all the wax still intact. But thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this edition of the Artifact video series and learned a little bit more about the E.N. Rowell wax seal kit we have here. And if you're interested more in Mr. Rowell, we did a video some time ago all about him, his murder, but also his business, which was a very flourishing business here in Batavia. So be sure to go and check that out. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up or even subscribe, as it helps us out a little bit and gets you notified even quicker when we do release new videos. As the Artifact video series is now over 150 videos, so there's a lot of material to go through. And if you're going through any older ones, be sure to give them a thumbs up as well if you really do enjoy them. But as always, the best way to learn more about any of the artifacts and stories that we share in these videos is to stop by the museum and see for yourself. As you can see a lot of these artifacts up close and personal, and we'll share even more information than we share in the video. And if you're really interested in local history and want to support what we do here at the museum, the best way to do that is to become a member. It's a very economical way to support the museum, but leaves a lasting impact as well.